So I took in this surveillance camera for recharging. But after doing that, it was no longer surveilling. And I think the reason for that is that the camera is not cameraing. So let's crack it open and see if we can fix it. Holding the reset button down for 15 seconds is supposed to start a reset procedure with orange lights blinking. But clearly this is not happening. There's 4 screws holding the thing together, and between the 2 parts there is a rubber gasket in between. While unscrewing, I noticed that one of the screws didn't want to come out. It was just rotating in its place. It turned out that the screw wasn't holding on to anything at all, because the threaded tube was broken in half. Also, I felt a droplet of water when I touched the inside of the thing, so it made me quite concerned that this is a water damage problem. This could also be explained by the broken screw, because that means that the gasket is no longer tight against the 2 parts. For context, this camera has been experiencing both the rain and snow recently. And that failed gasket seems to have caused quite a lot of damage. If only we had a microscope to have a better look. How convenient. Let's clean this up and see what we got. I'm intentionally scratching off the solder mask to make sure that the traces beneath aren't corroded away. I'm looking around the board to find more problems, and as we can see with this connector, there's quite a bit of corrosion to get rid of. Same thing here, just scratching and cleaning everything off. And here. I guess that's better. As you can see, there's corrosion a bit of everywhere, so I won't bore you with more of this. Let's just pretend that we have cleaned up everything we can see on this board. So back to these 2 resistors. While cleaning this area, one of the resistors popped off. So I think the oxidation had gotten to the pads. So I'm trying to clean it off a bit more and try to solder it back on. But the problem is that I don't have like low melting point solder or anything like that, and I don't have any new resistors either. So I'm trying really crude ways of trying to solder the old resistor back in. I covered the board with some aluminum foil and adding some flux and trying to reflow it with a hot air gun. I then placed the old resistor back in its place using this green plastic tool, and you can see just how tiny that resistor is, as the burrs on that tool are even bigger than the resistor itself. It's crazy. So then I tried reheating it again and hoping that it would stick. It didn't stick. So by being incompetent, I thought it was a good idea to add even more high temperature solder on those pads and try to somehow solder this resistor on. And as you can see, I failed and I eventually pinged that resistor away. It was gone. So I had no choice but to order this set of resistors, and thankfully I had already measured off camera the resistances for those two resistors, and they were at 100 ohms and 470 ohms. And again, look at the size of those things. Since I had an issue with high temperature solder, I also removed the other resistor and thought that simply adding low temperature solder would somehow make them stick to those pads. But all I achieved was those horrible lumps. But of course, that didn't stop me from trying anyway, and the result was obviously as expected. So I removed the resistors again, and the reason I didn't use any solder wick in the beginning to get rid of the high temperature solder was because I didn't have any solder wick. But then I realized that I could just use any wire and pick up all the solder. So that's what I did. Then it was time to give this another go. And of course, I forgot to press record, but it worked perfectly this time. Then we just do a quick measurement to see that we have continuity, and we get 100 ohms and 470. I tried reassembling it quickly off camera and it still didn't work. So we need to take it apart even more and see if we can find more issues. A hidden USB port. That could be interesting. Whoops. So once again, I go through the board and check all the corrosions, clean them up, and see that we have a good connection. I had a look beneath the shielding and everything looked just fine. Then I flipped the board over and I started seeing some more spots with corrosion, like this one here. This isn't problematic in itself, but it shows that there has been quite a lot of moisture here. So maybe this is our main issue. Let's clean it up and see. So, have a look at this OL216 chip. The leg in the corner has completely corroded away. Unfortunately, the OL216 is an internal marking, so there is no way to know what chip this is, so I can't replace it. And since the leg is completely gone, I can't really solder any wires onto it either. unless I try to use a Dremel to take off the cover of the IC. So this seems like next to impossible for me to fix. But since I'm not smart, I will of course attempt to do it. But that will have to be in the next video. If you like to see me attempt stupid things like these, please like and subscribe and you will be notified.